Thanks everybody for coming out. I really just wanted to say thank you. We had what in my opinion was a snowstorm on Saturday, and I'm from Florida and had never seen this much snow in my life, and I think that we had a lot of help from you fine folks still coming out and weathering the storm to come cover us, and all the people here on campus at Youngstown State that made that game possible, and we had a nice pregame meal. John Vogel came and picked myself up, and I just want to say thank you everybody. We thought we had two fantastic turnouts, and we appreciate all the fans for coming out on Saturday with the weather. So anybody have any questions?
Coach, can you talk about Brandi and just what her accomplishments and that sort of thing?
Sure. Brandi Brown, she's a freshman from sunny California, and is probably experiencing a little bit of diversity with the snow as well. I think she's a natural rebounder that just has a God-given talent, and it's something that my assistant coach Scott saw in her the first time he saw her at a tournament, and he discovered her from our standpoint, and we were lucky enough to land her here, and we're excited with her development, along with a lot of the other newcomers. We've got, someone like Boki Dimitrov doing some very special things for us right now. I think she's leading all newcomers in the league in scoring, and Miriam Jenkins is developing, and we're getting a lot from our newcomers this year.
What's it mean for her to set that rebounding record in her first year?
I'm going to let Brandi answer those questions. We brought her here today. For me as a coach, it just means that we're doing the right thing from a recruiting standpoint. That's most of which nothing we taught Brandi. Brandi is a natural rebounder. I think the whole team has to block out. The whole team has to execute certain things whenever you have an individual award. But as a coach and just prospecting or sitting here thinking of the future, it's very special. She's a special player. The person who she surpassed with that record was Jen Perugini, and she ended up having a fantastic career. So if that bodes well for Brandi, we think Brandi's going to have a fantastic career here at Youngstown.
Well, what is some freshmen come in and they might play well, but she's playing at a very high level. What do you think has allowed her to do that?
I think that she's developed with her scoring. I think Coach Bacher, my assistant that works for the Post, has really done a good job of teaching Brandi what we would call counter moves for when they are there, or she gets that double team, teaching her guards to relocate in the right spot so that she can get the ball back out. I think that's a team effort. Coaching staff, Brandi's effort, of course, individually, as well as the rest of the team. And, once again, it's exciting that we're able to recruit such a prospect. But now, she's here. Now we're working on developing her and finding ways to make her even better. I think she's fantastic on defense, anticipates extremely well, knows when to come around and steal the ball, and it just adds a lot of fuel for the fire. When she's playing well for our team, we definitely ride that a good little bit with the emotional player that she is.
Not to continue focusing on her, but
yes.
But can she become the example when you go out and recruit? You say, look, you can come in and have an immediate success and make an immediate impact. Is she kind of someone you point to?
Yeah, we've pointed at all three newcomers a lot with our recruiting efforts. I talk about, Boki, Miriam, and Brandi are the three that are healthy out of our class we brought in. We talk about Tara Jones too, and we're using all of them as examples. With our recruiting. We also talk about Macy, someone that came in and started as a freshman and has been starting for 2 years straight in the Horizon League and continually improving day to day. And, so we talk about all those things with recruits. So sure, Brandi's no exception. What person doesn't want to come in straight out of high school and do some of the things that Brandi's been able to accomplish? But I think I can speak for Brandi and say that it's not done. We aren't winning the games we want to win. So until that happens, I don't think any of us are satisfied.
Coach, you're inching closer to getting that victory. Do you feel some momentum carrying over from last Saturday or Thursday and Saturday, where you played pretty well?
Yeah, we did.
And going on the road now?
I do, Dana. I think that chemistry is great. I think our mindset is fantastic. It looks like, knock on wood, we're going to have 8 in a uniform on Thursday, which would be fantastic to have one more student athlete on that bench with us and another body that we can be able to play. Everybody is just so critical to us right now. But just the feeling, I think that, I'm wearing my T-shirt today. I think that you just got to keep believing. You got to keep your spirits up. You have to know to push on, weather a storm, and that, whenever you think things couldn't get worse, it just means something good is around the corner. So we've got a firm belief something good's around the corner.
What's been the reason for the change? Is you just playing better? Do you think, what's been that reason that you've been in the last?
We played a little bit better last week?
Last couple of weeks, yeah.
I think that we had really good game plan. I thought we had good practice with our scout team. That was obviously nice last week having our scout team here. And I think the ladies are just starting to click a little bit better, Dana. It always comes together at some point in time for different teams. You look at Autumn at Detroit, and they struggled a little bit in the non-conference, and as soon as conference hit, they started clicking then. And for us, it was just a little bit later, but we've had a lot of things sidetracking us with the injuries. So just looking for a continuous group out there, I think that's been a big part of it.
Do you feel teams are I'm not saying, I'll say being more physical because they know your numbers are low and saying, hey, that's the game plan?
You know, I know if I was scouting us, I would tell my team to do that. If we had 14 or 15 healthy bodies, you know, we could afford a few more fouls. I don't think that, you know, it's bothering us by any means, but I think that it's smart to want to pick up the tempo against us. And on our end, it's smart to want to slow it down. And I think that, you know, we've done a very good job of doing that. And that's why we played so well last week, is we try to control that tempo more than anything else. And I thought we did a good job of that, of executing. I do want to mention, too, Danny, you haven't brought it up, but scoring-wise, I think that that's a big part of our success last week. I thought we put the ball in the basket a lot better in 2 games consecutively. And, you know, we just need to polish up a few other things, and hopefully we'll get us our first W on the road this week.
Coach, I know that you're playing through lots of injuries, even if the guys, or the girls, I should say, they're out there.
Right.
But in the second half, they didn't seem, at least in the game I was at Thursday, they didn't seem tired. They didn't seem gassed or whatever. Is that because the game's kind of slowing down a little bit for them and they're playing a little bit better, or what do you attribute to that? I
attribute that to a lot of things on Thursday night. I think that we felt good about ourselves going in that locker room. You know, we had played well in both games. At halftime, we felt a lot of confidence. I think Thursday's team isn't quite as up-tempo as some of the other teams, like a UIC, so that tempo was a little better for us. And, you know, I think that we executed. I think we had plays. We were running plays. My assistant, you know, made a few tweaks to a few offenses. Coach Scott, during the game, and our ladies, we could draw it up. They listened to it. They went right back out there and did everything we asked them to do, and then made reads and just started to play, you know, smart basketball, you know, and see that open man and make that extra pass. And sometimes I think it just takes time, and I hope that we continue to click and improve from this. You know, we don't stand still where we were. We're happy with what happened last week, but like I said, we still have a lot left to accomplish.
Cindy, when players or potential recruits look at the record, obviously they see the record, but when they see someone like Brandi in the statistics, and if you look at the Horizon League statistics, I mean, Macy's up there, Brandi's up there, Kenya's up there, what's that say about the type of program you're trying to instill?
Yeah, well, John gave me a good stat today. We have 4 out of our 5 returners that have all upped their scoring percentage this year. All of our newcomers, you're right, a lot of them are up there on the books, and you know, Boki's leading all newcomers in scoring. Brandi's second in steals, and she's doing a great job rebounding and her double-doubles. And I think to any recruits sitting out there, you know, we have a lot that we're building on and growing on. Right now, my focus is obviously this season right now with these ladies that are working hard for us, so I don't want to talk too much about the future, but I think the future looks bright here at Youngstown State.
I'll bring Brandi up since you're going to try and start filming in about 5 minutes.